Hello, guys. Good to see you. Okay, if you don't know me, I help online business owners improve their performance so they can double their income while shaving around 10 hours of the work week through the 20x performance system. It's a system I've created and refined over the past decade or so of researching some of the best and the world's best business leaders. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention clients generally come to me when they feel overwhelmed and want a simpler path to increase their income and reduce their work hours and get more control of their life. Normally, they feel overwhelmed, stressed out, and they are clueless about what strategy to use and when to use that strategy to grow their business. And they're not building up the skill set required to implement the strategies successfully. So I normally tell them that you need to get clarity first on the current stage of business growth you're in, and then get clarity on what exact strategies and skill sets you need to move to the next level. So the reason I say that is because there's no point being able to take fast action if you don't take into consideration what stage of business growth you're in at the moment. So I created this training because last week a client of mine called me and he wanted to exit his e-commerce business and launch an e-com marketing agency. And over the past 5 years or so, he's built his e-com business to around $3 million per year revenue. And now he wanted to leverage the software he was using to market the products in his own business because he had like 10 licenses available for that software. He wanted to leverage that software to market for other e-commerce businesses out there, and also that could be an additional income stream, and it's something that he enjoys. He's really good at. He's an expert at, and he's already got a few clients, and he wants to scale his business to 10 e-commerce agency clients in the next 90 days. So he just called me over to his office, and I'll show you pictures in a bit. Uh, Actually, I'm screen recording the tab, so I won't be able to show you the pictures, but I will put the pictures up in the post, in the Facebook post that I used to advertise this training. So yeah, so in this training, I'll quickly show you how we in 7 simple steps how I made him confident that he could predictably achieve his 90-day goals. And I wish the same for you. So I'll take you through the training, and I just want you to drop me a DM. I'll send you over the template. So I want you to watch the training first without making any notes, get the bigger picture of the training, and then I want you to drop me a DM. I'll send you the templates and then go over the training again. And then this time, really like go for a walk, get in the zone, take some deep breaths, and give it your all. Because the more time you spend on this activity, the more likely you are to hit your 90-day goal. So uh, let's start with step one. Step one is all about getting calibrated with your vision and your mission. So I've just put here my own vision and mission because my client just needs some more work on his before he gets a bit more clarity. At the moment, he's just been working like 10, 12 hours a day, focus on 6 days a week, focus on his e-commerce business. But I've asked him to work on his vision and his mission, and he's going to get back to me. So I'll fill his sheet in with that. So I'll just give you my example. So performanceandscaling.com vision is we help online business owners live life on their own terms. And performanceandscaling.com mission is we want to give 1,000 business owners per year the wisdom and the skills to 2x their income and reclaim 10 hours per week through our 20x performance coaching and accountability program. So we get calibrated with our vision and mission. That just gets you excited again. Why are you doing all this? Why are you hustling day in and day out? And step two is where I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs go wrong, is identifying what stage of business you're in. So This is crucial because then it allows us to answer how do we determine which systems and strategies to implement and when. So with this client, he is brand new to e-commerce marketing agency. He's got 2 clients at the moment, and he's only been servicing them for a couple of months, so he's pretty new to the space. But he's got a lot of experience doing marketing, PPC and Amazon marketing using the AI software that he uses, and he's a master at like controlling that software to get maximum output and maximum return on investment for his clients that he's got currently. But he wants to scale this business now, so we talked about what stage of business he's in at the moment, and we talked about what's important for him to focus on. So at his current stage of business, he needs to focus on one type of client, one offer, and one advertising channel. He had a few conflicts around this because in this meeting there were 2 other of his team members. That's another important point, actually. You want to schedule this 90-day planning meeting about a week or 2 before the quarter starts, and you want the key people of the team present there, and you want to brainstorm together, and you want to at least take out 90 minutes to do this. So, yeah, so he didn't want to advertise on, he was okay with having one type of client and one offer, but he didn't want to advertise it just on one channel, because I recommended he advertise on Facebook. He said that's fine, but he also wants to get on LinkedIn. So we made a marketing strategy where a marketing plan where he's going to get on Facebook first, get some traction on there. Then maybe after about 30 days, 35 days, uh, he's going to leverage the content from Facebook to LinkedIn. So we talked about how to leverage the content on one platform on another platform, so he's not overworking himself. So we set up a system for that, and then he needs to do a consistent audience building. He needs to nurture his audience with value-based content on his social profiles, on his LinkedIn and Facebook profile, and he needs to turn leads into prospects with strategic call to actions. And then once he gets conversations going in Messenger, he needs to make a certain amount of offers every single day, and we're going to talk about the KPIs later on. And then he needs to be able to close sales. So yeah, so that's his marketing system. That's his that's his state of business that he's in. Traction 0 to 30K a month using Facebook and LinkedIn. Step 3 was, so we've got step 1, just calibrating with the long-term 10-year, 20-year vision and the mission of the company. And step 2 is what stage of business you're in, get clarity around that, so you know what to focus on, and then you can build your strategy out from there. So before we built out our strategy, I reviewed with him how the past quarter had gone. So I asked him, what did you accomplish this quarter and what went right? So fortunately, he managed to eliminate all of the tasks that were draining him and that weren't relevant anymore. He delegated a lot of the tasks and he systemized some of the tasks in his e-commerce business, and he hired a CEO who's brought a CEO into the company, and that's allowed him to get 20 hours a week to dedicate to his new company, which is the e-commerce agency. Then we reviewed the metrics. Did he hit his metrics over the past quarter? Yes, he did. He fell about 20, 30K short, but he pretty much hit his metrics from the previous quarter. And then we looked at his yearly goals, which is around $3 million revenue for the e-commerce business and 10 clients for the e-commerce agency. So we just, again, got in sync with the goals for the year. Then we reviewed the daily momentum challenge. This is a tracking spreadsheet that I've created for him, where he tracks every single day how much time he's spending on the activities that are worth more than his hourly rate. So I want him to be spending at least 2 hours a day on activities that are worth $500 to $1,000 per hour. That's what's going to scale his business. So we reviewed that, how he's finding his tracking around what activities he's doing on a daily basis. The step 4 we looked at is 90-day goal. So what do you want to achieve? Now, I like my clients to word this in a certain way just because of the way the brain works. And this is the way that I've learned from working with different mindset coaches, high-level mindset coaches, and I've just put together my own system. So he put here, this is what he wants to achieve. On or before 30th of August 2022, I will have done whatever is necessary and appropriate to have successfully gone from 2.5k to at least 20k monthly recurring revenue with my e-com agency business, with a personal income of 8k per month. I will do this while maintaining a sense of ease and inner joy. I will do this in ways that are for the greatest good for my clients, myself, and my loved ones. That, again, this is very deep. Is the way I get them to phrase this in this way is because of the conflicts they have in their mind. And maybe I'll do another training on this exactly, because this is another 15 minutes training itself, how the mind works. And when I questioned him and spoke to him, as I've been coaching him, he's had certain conflicts in his mind. So this statement ironed out quite a few conflicts that he had. Then we looked at what are the big projects. So the couple of big projects that if he nails, he'll be able to accomplish his goal. So the first project that he came up with is a system to create organic content that establishes him as an authority and gets him inbound leads. So people coming to him, and people see him as the expert. So this all this content is to give him that. So he's perceived as the expert in the space, and he needs to master the art of effective DM conversations and master the art of closing. So these are big projects that will move the needle for him in the agency. And then I got him to bring up all the tasks that he needs to get done to accomplish these projects. Step 5, what will you track to predictably hit your 90-day goal? So we had a look at the KPIs, and to hit his income, he needs to be making offers on a daily basis via Messenger, and he needs to be taking calls. So they're the lag indicators. That's a sales activity. The lead indicator is putting the content out there. So 10 hours a week on content creation, distribution, and replying to comments. And then he's got 10 hours a week roughly on adding friends and having DM conversations. So we're tracking this as well. He needs to at least start 10 conversations a day. And then 3 hours a week on sales calls or practicing his sales skills or learning about sales. So again, this it's not enough just to have the KPIs written down. We're going to integrate this into his what I call the weekly time budget, where they schedule in his week, and so there's no, there's crystal clarity. He wakes up, he knows exactly when he needs to create content, exactly when he needs to reply to the DMs, and exactly when he needs to take sales calls, and exactly when he needs to do the client work as well, managing the client's accounts in the software. Then we looked at the daily momentum challenge score. Again, I'll have to create a whole video around this. This is a thing I created up. It took me a couple of years to come to this, where they can track and gamify how much time they spend on the activities that are way above their hourly rate and that move the business forward a lot faster. And it allows them to get an awareness on a daily basis of how much time they're spending on the needle moving activities and how much time they're wasting. So I get them to track exactly how many hours they're spending in each column. So they've got 3 columns: the low value per hour activities, the normal hourly rate, and above the hourly rate. So what I normally get them to do is calculate how much they want to earn over the year. I then split that into hours, and then that gives them the hourly rate that they need to be aiming for on a daily basis. And this daily momentum challenge score is giving that feedback every 24 hours. So he needs to be spending most of his time on creating valuable content, distributing it into different groups on Facebook, and then answering DMs and taking sales calls. Step 6, this is where a lot of entrepreneurs go wrong, because even if they get the stage of business growth right and they get their strategy right, they don't focus on the key improvements and the key skills that they need to master. So the progress is stagnant. So to get fast progress, I normally work with my clients and teach them the way I learn skills that I've learned from different memory experts, and we track all the skills down in a spreadsheet. So they have a ongoing list of what skills they've built over the 90 days. So the skills that he needs to master over the next 90 days is he needs to get to know the psychology of the market. He needs to learn how to make and create and make irresistible offers, how to create valuable content, how to do prospecting effectively without being too salesy or without putting people off, and then how to close people without coming off as needy. So yeah, so these are the skills that we're going to put into we're going to put this into place. So what I'll be doing with my client is creating a Trello board for him, and I'll be looking at his Trello board on a weekly basis to make sure that he's getting the tasks done that he's promised me that he's going to do. So this level of accountability I've not seen in any other performance coaching program, and I've taken a lot of performance coaching programs over the years. So this is again going the extra mile for my clients to make sure they get these tasks done. Step 7, what type of person do I need to become to achieve my goal? So this is super crucial because this gets you thinking in a different way. This is like associating with people on a higher level than you, and your brain mirrors their brain, and you automatically up-level yourself. Again, I'll make a separate training around that, why you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, or you are the average of the 5 people you follow online, and why mentors are overrated and supportive peer groups are underrated. I'll create a whole separate video around that. And it's something I've been working with this client as well. You know, he's spending less and less time with energy vampires and more time with people that are above him. And he's been going to masterminds, and that's the only, way he's grown so fast over the past couple of years. So what I got, what I normally in step 7, what I get my clients to do is think about what type of person you need to become to achieve your goals. So think of someone who has crushed the goal you want to achieve. What are the daily habits? So in this case, it's they're waking up early, they're getting the high leverage tasks done for 90 minutes straight up. They've got their phone on airplane mode. They have the day planned out from the night before. They anticipate that they will achieve their goal. So instead of having anxiety, they've got the anticipation, the expectation. They have a set time to create content, a set time to answer DMs, a set time to take calls, and a set time to fulfill client work. And the confidence is super high. They have the phone on airplane mode whilst they get deep work done, distraction free, interruption free, and they have 100% conviction and belief that they will smash their 90-day goal because they've got they're part of my coaching program. They've got the right support from their peers. They've got they're surrounded by the right people. They've got 2 weekly coaching sessions with myself on a weekly basis. They've got the Trello board accountability. So we put everything in place so it's inevitable for them to hit their goals. And so they stay laser focused on their 1K to 10K per hour activities. They track the daily momentum score and the key habits, and they fuel themselves with high performance nutrition. They stay hydrated. They take regular breaks to re-energize. Again, this is all what we provide in the performance coaching program. They've got a habit tracker, daily momentum score tracker, and something to track their lead indicators and lag indicators, and their nutrition, their exercise, their sleep. Again, it might sound overwhelming, but once you get in the habit of it, you can get all this done in literally around 7 minutes a day, all the tracking, and it just gives you feedback on a 24-hour basis, so you don't get too distracted, and of course your goal. So what's the self-image like? So they know that they have everything it takes to achieve their goals. They have a growth mindset, and they hang out with big thinkers. What do they say when they talk to themselves? The main phrase that they say is, I can do this. I am the best. I am walking and living as if I've already achieved the goal. And what's one word that describes them is unstoppable. So this is the exercise I got from uh, TK Kadir, who's he's worth around $10 million. He he worked for several big companies, and yeah, so this exercise was super powerful. It really helped me as well to self-identify as the person who, you know, who would have achieved my goal, to think like him, behave like him, act like him, and it's made a massive difference. So let's talk about you. So then we talked about him, what are his daily habits, what's his self-image like, what does he say when he talks to himself, what's the one word that he uses to describe himself. So again, we went into a lot of detail into this. We looked at his daily habits where he was wasting time. One place where he was wasting a lot of time was uh, learning just in case instead of learning just in time. So we looked at his business and what skill sets he needs to get to the next level. So then we talked about only learning the skill the time that he needs it, just in time. And then we talked about, so how can you self-identify yourself as a person that has accomplished your goals? So then we talked about the daily habits he needs to uh, uh, implement into his daily routine, and his self-image and his self-talk. And then one word he used to describe himself was driven. So again, I just wanted to let you know this was a mini workshop that I had with my client with his team at his office, and it was really productive. You got a lot out of it, a lot of awareness, a lot of clarity, and now every minute that he spent into this will save him 10 minutes in execution. So it's a massive return on investment for him and his team. And uh, these are the sort of meetings that I do with my clients, virtually and in person. I will be doing this exact presentation that I've just done with you guys here, again in more detail, with a group of 1,300 female entrepreneurs next Wednesday. I've been invited to speak to them, how to help them to predictably hit their 90-day goal. So I'll be going through this exactly in a bit more detail with them guys. And if I can get a recording of it, I will post it. Just drop me a DM in about 2 weeks' time. I'll send you a recording if I can. I'll speak to the host. And yeah, so please DM me. I'll send you the document. I'll send you the worksheet, and go through the video. Get all filled out. Put a timer on. 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Get your team involved and really brain dump everything you can. Get it out on this sheet. Print it out. Stick it on your office where you can see it every single day, and start tracking this stuff, guys. So this will make a massive difference in in your next quarter, July, August, September. You're going to crush it, and I'd love to hear your feedback as well. Please give me a message. Just drop me a message. Say, I went through your training. I filled in the questions and answers, and my productivity soared, and I've got the right strategy in place, and I don't feel overwhelmed anymore. I don't feel stressed anymore. I wake up with clarity, and I'm getting my tasks done. So I'd love to hear your feedback, please. And if you want to know a bit more about how my coaching works, or what sort of results I've got for my clients and how I work with them, what's the process, drop me a DM again. I'll send you all the information. And I'm thinking about the next training to create and give to you guys is the weekly time budget, how to structure your weeks. So because with structure, you take out emotion, and you wake up and you just get on with it. You limit the number of choices that you have. And I'll talk about weekly time budget, how to hack your calendar, how to literally triple your productivity overnight with more structure in the day, how to super optimize your mornings and evenings. I can take you through that. I'll create another training about that later on this week or next week. And then I'll show you how I keep my clients accountable through Trello. That's just the added bonus that I give to my clients. You don't have to do it. It's just for those that are super hungry, super motivated with a mission and a vision, are super passionate about what they do, and they just need an extra kick. I'm there to give that, yeah. So again, really appreciate your time and your energy. Drop me a DM. I'll send you the links to the worksheets, and let's take it from there. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.